Stay away from those who poison your friendships to protect your peace of mind. A friend who talks behind your back is like a cloud that blocks the sunlight. Clear away the cloud and the sky will become clear again. If someone who calls themselves a friend speaks too much, true silence awaits you if you turn away from that voice. True friends build each other up. True friends only drag each other down. The choice is yours, to rise or to fall. True friendship should be about supporting each other. Hurt doesn't deserve to be called friendship. Choosing your friends is choosing your future. Don't choose the path of the poisonous, choose the path of pure water. He who talks back shows his true side. The seeds of true friendship never grow there. When the ship of friendship runs aground on the rocks, it is better to set sail anew than to waste time repairing it. A friend is a mirror of the heart. A mirror that shows an ugly and distorted reflection has outlived its usefulness. If you feel suffocated by your relationships with friends, have the courage to cut ties with them and breathe in fresh air. Turning your back on a friend can be a step forward. Parting with a friend is not the end, but a new beginning for self-growth. Let the voices of those who backbite you be like the wind, but keep your heart like a calm lake. When you realize your friend is poisoned, the antidote is distance and silence. When you step out of the shadows of gossip, the light that shines upon you becomes brighter. Cutting ties with toxic people is the first step to self-respect. Friendship should elevate each other, not bring each other down. Interfering with others goes beyond what a friend can do. You are the one in charge of your own life. Rather than choosing the path of friends who bring you down, aim high alone. Once you accept a friend as toxic, the relationship is no longer nourishing but a burden. It is healthier to stand alone than to embrace a poisonous snake. The same is true of friendship. A backstabbing friend is like a weed that takes root just beneath the surface of the water. If you remove them by root, the garden will flourish again. A man who speaks too much is like a wind that shakes the hand of the helm. Find your own way in calm seas. When thunderclouds gather around your relationship with a friend, prepare to retreat before the lightning strikes. A sharp tongue is a winter blizzard. While you wait for spring in your heart, sit by a warm fire and reflect on yourself. Backbiting words are like a swamp that traps your feet and robs you of the strength to move forward. Choose solid ground and walk boldly. A friend's unnecessary meddling is like a bug that burns holes in a ship while it is sailing. If left unrepaired, it will only be a matter of time before the ship sinks. Being talked about behind your back is like having an arrow in your back. But once you remove the arrow, you can run free again. When friendship is poisonous, it is a beast that lurks in the darkness of the night. Carry a bright lamp to dispel the darkness. Having a toxic friend is like watering a dead tree. Use that water instead to water a fruitful tree. A gossiper is like an ominous bird that cries in the forest at night. When the sun rises, his voice fades away. A sharp-tongued friend is a stone thrown into the sea. The ripples will grow, but the waters will soon return to calm. A meddling friend is like sand in the wind. Protect your eyes and do not lose your way. The poison lurking in friendship is a thorn hiding in a beautiful flower. If you don't know the answer, it will hurt your hands. Parting from a friend is like dead grass cut at the end of winter. With the coming of spring, it becomes the soil in which new life can grow. Gossiping is like a fog in the night, obscuring vision, but the sunshine will clear it up. Cutting off poisonous friends is like pruning a tree at the end of winter. By trimming its branches, it will grow healthier and more beautiful. Interference is like waves crashing against a rock, but the rock holds fast to its place. When a relationship with a friend becomes toxic, it is the darkest hour before the dawn. Have the courage to take a step towards a brighter future. The feeling of being talked about behind one's back is like a branch shivering in the cold of winter. But the warmth of spring will soon heal everything. A gossiping friend is a puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes. Cut those strings and you'll be free to move. Spending time with an abusive friend is like walking through acid rain. Find a place to escape and protect yourself. A friend's unnecessary interference is like a sailor setting sails without reading the wind. You should judge the wind's direction for yourself and sail to your destination. When a relationship with a friend is toxic, it is like a temporary cloudiness in the night sky. Eventually, the wind will clear it away, and the stars will shine again. Gossip is like snow that accumulates on the windows of the soul. It melts with the sunlight, illuminating a brighter future. Parting with a poisonous friend is like a tree shedding its old leaves to welcome new growth. With loss comes new growth. Those who interfere with the ship's course are like shallow waters. Look for deeper waters and find your own course. When dark clouds hang over a friendship, sometimes it signals a new beginning, just as rain irrigates the soil. People talking bad about you is like a tree exposed to the cold of winter. But the cold makes the tree stronger, and in the spring it will bloom more beautifully. When a friendship feels toxic, it's a sign that you need a light to guide you through the night. Find your own light and let it light your way. A friend's backbiting is like a thorn in the heart, but with time the pain will heal. Spending time with a sharp-tongued friend is like the cold winds of winter. To protect yourself, stay close to the warm hearth. A friend who interferes is a traveler who is lost. Trust your own map and walk the right path. If a friendship feels toxic, it's like a weed in the garden of your heart. Eradicate it and plant a new flower. People talking behind your back are like raindrops on the windows of your soul. Eventually, the sun will shine and the windows will shine again. Breaking away from a toxic friend is like letting go of the shackles of the past. You can walk a new path with more ease in your step. Interfering is like a drifting wind while sailing. Trust your own compass and head towards your destination. When relationships with friends become cold, it is the freeze that signals the end of winter. The warmth of spring allows new relationships to sprout. The backbiting of a man is like waves crashing against a rock, but the rock remains firm and calm in its place. The path with a sharp-tongued friend is a forest shrouded in mist. If you have the courage to move forward, eventually a clear sky awaits. Plants need to be freed from cover in order to grow towards the sun. Freedom from control is the beginning of growth. A stone thrown into the lake of the mind disturbs its serenity. To restore a tranquil surface, move away from the stone. He who drinks all the water from the river must have the courage to redirect the river. Self-sacrifice does not quench thirst. For a bird to fly high, it needs to shake off the grass that is dragging it to the ground. Give it space to fly toward its target. The shadows that block the light of truth must be cut off along the way. Let us turn our backs on the shadows in order to walk in the light. Different musical tunes cannot work together to create a beautiful melody. Choose a harmonious orchestra to play your own music. A bird that flies out of its cramped cage discovers the vastness of the sky. The flight to freedom begins with opening the cage. Strong winds may shake a tree, but if its roots are deep, it will not fall. Keep away from the winds that shake it and deepen your roots. If one tree soaked up all the water in a forest, the whole forest would wither. By sharing the water, the forest becomes fertile. The journey up a mountain begins with removing the stones that hold you back. To reach your goal, you need to tread lightly.